Alright guys, let me get my iPod set up here for us. Alright, so first I want to say sorry for the glare, but right now I'm Stetson, and we got offered to the NIT, okay? Now I just got done recruiting. I didn't do a very good job recruiting, but you see I got D+, and I got lots of recruits stolen from me. And you know, when I said big dog in my older video, the big dog, okay, is when you join a conference or you switch conferences, there's going to be a team later in your dynasty years who's going to be dominating the conference. And they're going to dominate you, and that's why you're going to play some. If you're familiar, you may have to play some games, maybe on 2-minute quarters. But no matter what, you're going to have to. And I like to read on mine at the bottom. Their stars, particularly Brian Wall and Stephen Guzman, are among the best in the nation. You know, and I believe we can go to the conference title and play them, come and maybe beat them. But we gotta look at our team roster, okay? We got 77 overall juniors, you know, sophomore 74 overall. So we have a little bit of talent, but our prestige is pretty good. So now going to the schedule, if you want to build a program, here's what you have to do. You've got to make sure you have an easy schedule so you can win games and get those games, your winning percentage up for conference when you lose. So Illinois State, they're not very good. And you know, knowing which teams are good and bad, you know, later in the dynasty is what it really helps you. You know, for instance, Washington, Purdue are usually pretty good. Kansas State, Western Michigan is usually good too. So we got 7 games we need to add. So I'm going to add a game here. You know, you want an easy schedule, so we want... Okay, so we play Georgia Southern, so we're going to get as many games in for Georgia Southern as we can. Come on, coaches. Play us. This may take you a while, but this is what you have to do. And, usually if you take a sucky program, you won't have to, they don't have enough room on their schedule, I see. Alright. Add American. Sec. Alright. Then we're going to play Ball State. They blow as well, but alright. So we don't got a game for a while here. Alabama State. Yeah, and you know, if you don't win these games, that's gonna be pretty sad. Really. Yes, and you wanna go. Alright. A home game. Alright, we got some games in here. Alright guys, sorry about this, you know, I'm just trying to show you, you gotta make sure you're getting an easier schedule going into, your conference, so you can get some wins, and so those losses will minus out. Come on, ACC team won't play me? Really that scared? Alright, let's see if Northwestern will play me. No? Penn State? No? Oh, big baby. Alright guys, I'm sorry about this once again. I may just have to accept some losses just for time purposes. Alright, one more to add, guys. Looks like, heck, Big Sky had more hair on their balls to play us with bad teams. Okay, so are we ready? Now, Recruiting Central. Now, this is where you select the players you want. Now, we have 4 available scholarships. We're going to go ESPN 100. We're going to operate like that. Boom, 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 boom. And we're just going to keep going down the list, down the list, down the list, down the list, down the list. Alright, guys. So, okay. Alright. Preseason training, it really don't matter. Shooting, defense, conditioning. Alright. Except, that really doesn't matter, but, you know, it always helps, I guess. It's one of those things you don't know if it helps or not. So, all right, guys. So we got full game, full schedule packed. So, but we must look at our recruiting here. This is very essential part of making a good program. Okay. So I'm gonna go to high. Okay. So now look, I'm gonna go get. What we got? We got the number 13 player in the nation, not tall enough. Okay. We got 158. Now, you must realize that these points are very crucial. You don't get very many of them. But if a player goes pro, you're going to defend for yourself. Okay? Plain and simple. Because those points go into your off-season. Players just keep them. So, I mean, you might want to think before you do here. Position breakdown. We're going to need a shooting guard. So we're going to look at our shooting guards. Not bad. 6'3" from Indiana, my home state. So I definitely like him. And we're going to save recruit. And most likely, 98% of the time, you will get the recruit you recruit out the first 3 weeks. So right now, right before, alright, we're going to minus that. Alright, so we're going to simulate through all these games, through George Washington or Georgia State or whatever. And what we're going to do is we're going to stop at a week after, and we're going to recruit those players. Okay? The NIT is going to be pretty tough for us to win. I honestly don't see us winning it because the teams are going to be pretty good once you get up there. Yes, and, you know, I mean, obviously we lost, but the teams are going to be a lot better than us and more established than us. But give me, you know, 3 more years and we're going to be a team, you know, to be messed with. So, I mean, being, you know, 5-1, excuse me, is very good. Just for a start off, you know. But I do expect better than that. You know, 5-1 start. All right. We're just gonna offer scholarship. All right. Now I should get these players at the end here, so I just want to use all my points in case somebody transfers. I can. I'll keep them, you know, if they're 70-something overall and they're going to be a good, you know, role player off the bench, you know, I don't want to lose them. So, I mean, we're just going to let it just go for a week and we'll see from there. And let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go about 10-1 before our next loss, I assume. You know, I mean, I know it's very fun watching me simulate, but this is what, I mean, you got to do. I mean, I'm a simulator, and this is very fascinating to me to see what my recruiting has done and seeing how well I can perform out on the stage. And you must note that whenever you start off at a new school, you want to get the 3 caliber players in the off season. When you start off at a new school and they suck, you've got to get the 3 caliber players. Because they'll start about 69 or 70, and they'll gain 2 every year. So once you got the 4th year in the program, your program is going to have a pretty good season. Okay? So I'm going to go to recruiting. Alright? Now, sign, look, I got the 12th player in the nation, I got the 10th. Now, I'm going to go for the 13th player in the nation. I mean, you know, it's just one of those things. And I'm going to stop it here. Then on the 1st, come on now. No, the 1st of January. Yeah, October, November, December. Excuse me, December. I'm sorry. All right, guys. But you know, Tennessee, Martin State. You know, they're pretty good. Eastern Washington. You know, University. I mean, they've got Weber State coming up on the 30th, and we're gonna win that. I believe. You know, pretty easily. But they will be a decent team. You know, coming through the years. And, you know, they're doing practically the same thing we are. And Kansas State's going to give us our 2nd loss, I do believe. But we're at home, so maybe the simulation won't, you know, mess us up. And we do play Texas. Yeah, some challenge. Alright? Recruiting Central. But, you know, look, Sign Stetson, you know, we got very good players coming in. You know, it's just going to be a very good player. I mean, very good class, and I told you to give me 3 years, and this program will be very, very good. Now I have good players coming in behind them, and now I can just simulate the rest of the season. I know it won't be for exciting as for you as it is for me, but you know, you have to work on the little things. The in-season recruiting, I've said 100 times in this video, is the most crucial. Now, when you have, a really bad team with no prestige, then you don't even worry about, in-season recruiting, because you won't be able to get any good recruits from the in-season recruiting. So, you just gotta make the most out of what you got. Because I have turned just horrible programs around. I went 1-30 with the Ohio Bobcats. It took me 6 years to get going, and I finally broke the mark, and I got to number 2 in the nation. And Eastern Michigan. Oh, Nebraska, good. And Nebraska, and the thing is, you have to stay patient. Okay, you have to be willing. If you're a simulator, you have to be willing to make the extra move during the end season. I know you hate stopping and starting just like I do, but this is just one of the key things that you must do. Now we're about 12-3. We are 12-3 actually, and the more you simulate, the more you can get colleges' names down, because they suck, and you get the the no-name teams and the conferences, so you can be well educated too as a simulator. Okay. So obviously, we beat 2 Big 12 teams, and that's pretty good. Okay, with the team we've got, we played at home. Simulating can, if you realize you can beat a team by 20, then the next time you play them, you lose by 20. And we're going up against the number 3 team in the conference right now, Mercer. And we just beat them by 14. Now we're playing number 1 team in the conference. It's just Lipscomb. So we're going to see here is home, so we should be able to win at least 1 out of 1. Okay, so we can split the chances so I don't feel backed in the corner if we do make it to that conference title. Oh, yeah. See, they are going to be very good. And if we can beat them at their place, it'll prove my point that the simulating can do this. And when you're recruiting, you have to make sure you're doing the basics. Don't do watch game, okay? That just shows you the stats of the player. Who cares about that? The player is going to be decent. You can tell if they're above 100, they're going to start out 70 overall. 100 to 125, they're going to start out 70 overall. Boom. Dead solid. Now maybe it may go farther back, but that's just my rough estimates. Okay? And now some of you have commented on my videos that, hey, listen, I don't know how to sign players I committed in the end season. Well, right when you hit the off season, what you have to do is you see the 2-week period where you can either see the players leaving or you can choose to verbally commit. These players are verbally committing to your school, but they won't change their mind during the end season. Okay, so that first week you can either deny the verbally committed, or you can say, okay, I got 3 top players in the nation, they're on my team. Boom. Okay? And you just click whatever X or A, and you hit yes, sign. And those players will go on your team. Now I'll show you later here in my next video, how to do that. I'll just have a quick, 2-minute video on how to do it with the top players I have right now. And I'm excited for you guys to see my journey with this team. I know it isn't very fascinating to watch, we simulate my own games, but I am curious to win that game. There we go. We're 16-5. Heck, we're 2-2 in the conference, we can't really be complaining. Rivalry games, anything can happen. These rivalry games, it has the rivalry factor. I tell you that. And I can win and lose. Look, Jacksonville was freaking 7th in the conference. And we lost, and we only won by two. By two. Okay? And after this, once I get down to 28th here, I'll show you that I do know what I'm talking about by showing you my stats as I have in every other video. I have different dynasties. Okay? Now, there's no reason why we should have lost that game. I had a feeling we were going to lose that game to Mercer, which is number 3 team in the conference. And that just goes to show, I mean, you guys are both battling. So, in conference time, it's a toss-up. And we play Camp Pell. I believe that's the way you pronounce the name. They can be decent. They'll be decent, you know, in later years of the dynasty. And the close games are going to get you. You have to make sure you know when you're simulating, okay, do I want to take the risk of having to do a whole nother season of simulating and working hard in the off season to make sure I do good in the end season? Because heck, I spent 10 minutes when my program gets going. 10 minutes. I'm just trying to pick this bad team just to, you know, fill those players in to make sure that once they're good, you know, I don't have to worry about changing the schedule. I said play, you know. If I do look at, you know, the conference ratings, and this last year's class is going to hurt us, our freshman class here, and I already t-shirted some players, so hopefully, you know, we can capitalize. Right there, you can choose to go to recruiting, but by that time, you know if they've signed with you or not. It's practically a done deal. All right, we're gonna see if we beat our rival Jacksonville and see if we beat East Tennessee State. There we go. All right. See now I'm gonna put my finger on stream. Now you see we beat them 82-84, beat them by 2. Then we go down, almost beat them by 20. So that's just the nature of simulating. Okay. You know, this whole game is about recruiting. It is about recruiting. You can have the worst team, okay, and you can play the games and still win. Okay? And heck, you know, when you simulate, it's whoever has the best team. Okay? And that's what I like about it. It's all about the stats and the numbers. And sometimes the simulator error will upset you, and it's freaking gay. You know, because I've been 33-1 and lost in the tournament in the Final Four, I believe. So, I mean, no my luck. I mean, I'll probably lose this game. Honestly, I'll lose this game. Literally, honestly, we'll probably lose this game. Well, I was wrong. But now we have beat both these teams. This game should go to the conference championship, and we have beat Campbell. But let's take a look back at how bad we beat them. We beat them by 32, and we beat them by 3. So it's going to be pretty close. A game. This isn't anybody's game. It's going to toss up. So we're going to see here. Is this video going to suck? Yes, it does. We lost. Freaking frick! You know, I hate it when I beat a team 2 times in the regular season, lose 2 in the conference. Pure BS. But you know, we'll probably make NIT. Hopefully. So, you know, it's good because we have a weaker side of the bracket, so it's going to be easier for us in the coming years to play. Now, one thing I am going to warn every single one of you. This is the main thing that will screw you over. Okay? You want to go to school information, school practice. This is going to kill you. You have to make sure you're having a good balance. You want all about 2. 2 is the magic number with these, okay? Any higher, your players will become too good and you won't have seniors, okay? You won't have seniors because they'll leave early. Then you won't be able to in-season recruit because you don't know if they're going to leave or not. So you can't recruit for those players. Understand? Now, we made the NIT, and we're supposed to make the NIT. I've never won this NIT, ever. I've made the championship game and lost to Massachusetts. Massachusetts is always a very good team. Heck, I might as well show you the offseason, guys. this is a longer video, but I feel like it's decently good. I mean, you guys saw how my season went. I was 25-11 last year. Now I'll show you my coaching record. On to the Elite 8 with the 25-11 team. Get that. And Louisville won the. Well, it looks like Illinois lost. And it's simulating. Yeah. Okay. No, Steven's always good. So is Boston. They get good. St. Joseph's, they get pretty good. Oklahoma and Kentucky. It's whatever with them. Okay. Start off season. But first, I'm going to show you my resume. As I do in every video, I show you that I know what I'm talking about. Oh, I can't till next season. But anyway, my verbal agreements. This is where you go to sign your in-season recruiting pledge. You have to go to your verbal recruiting. Well, I call it verbal recruiting, but I got number 5 player in the nation, number 25. Oh, wow. Really? Wow. He's all-state. He's been top 100. But I can't be mad at that. These players are both very good. Players leaving. I imagine I'll have some players leaving. Alright. Commerce USA. Oh, we got man, that's a killer. But we only got 2 good players. So we got lots of players coming in. They're going to fill us up. So we only have 1 player to recruit. 1. Okay? So we got to think to ourselves, okay, now, we want a good player, but we don't want a bad player. And we filled those spots that we needed in the off season, in the in season. So we are good there. So we just want a player that we can have to add an extra position that'll be good, in the coming years. That can just add to our, success. All right. I'm going to kind of go down the totem pole a little bit. We don't have very many people interested as I thought. So we're going to come down a little bit. Go down a little bit. And, I mean, this is just going to be a continuous process. Oh, well, there you go. Now, this can happen to you. I mean, it has happened to me. You don't get anybody. And it's very frustrating, guys. So, obviously, you see I'm doing the very basics that I was teaching you guys earlier in the video. But you also look at height. You don't want a small guy, but if you're gonna play if you're gonna play the games sometime, so you want a tall guy in there, okay? So we're just gonna for scholarship. We're just gonna send this guy to the house. We're gonna just go all over on him because we only have one, recruitment thing to fill, and we're gonna be fine. And you know what? I'm not gonna have time to get another player, so when time's up, we're just gonna get a random player, and let's just hope he's at least decent. All right. Wow, we are pretty. We have senior post players. Okay. And when we got freshmen, 2 freshmen. I mean, we got 77 overall freshmen. That's going to be very good, very good. Okay, we're gonna have a really strong team. Freshman. Where'd my other freshman go? Is he didn't start on that? Yep, that's what shooting guard is number 5 in the nation. 79 overall. It's just as good as a sophomore. No one else is better than our seniors. We're gonna have a good team this year, and I'll show you guys. I'm gonna stop the video. I'm gonna show you guys next video on how to look and decide what you're gonna do. And I showed you at the start of the video of the NIT and stuff. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Just please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll be coming out with more real soon. Thank you.